All right, so we're back and ready to jump into another deep dive.
Yeah.
And this week,
Big game.
huge game. Broncos, Panthers.
Broncos, Panthers.
So we've got some really interesting articles here breaking down just what happened in Carolina. Obviously we all saw the final score. Broncos 28, Panthers 14.
Decisive, yeah.
Yeah, pretty decisive.
Broncos offense looking pretty good.
But I think what's really interesting here is how Sean Payton
Oh, yeah.
orchestrated this.
Outcoached, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't just a talent thing.
Right.
I mean, the Broncos, yeah, they've got some good players, but the way Payton was calling these plays kept the Panthers' defense guessing all game long.
Okay, so let's talk about that a little bit because, I mean, when I was watching the game,
Yeah.
I was really struck by how effectively Payton was using like misdirection and play action
Oh, the play action was killing them.
to open up these huge passing lanes.
It was, and especially those delayed screens.
Yes.
He was exploiting the linebackers.
The linebackers were biting so hard.
Every single time.
And then, boom,
Wide open receivers.
touchdown.
It was beautiful.
I mean, that third quarter touchdown to Cortland Sutton,
Textbook.
it was like watching a clinic,
It's poetry in motion.
And that's what I think makes this Broncos offense so scary.
Oh, absolutely.
Is that, they have a really good running game with Javonte Williams.
Oh, he was unstoppable.
100 yards.
Rushing, yeah. And a touchdown.
Touchdown, big touchdown.
But then they also have these really talented receivers like Cortland Sutton. And when you have that kind of balance, and then you've got Payton at the helm calling the plays.
It's scary.
Look out.
It's a nightmare for a defensive coordinator.
Okay, but let's not forget about the Panthers.
Yeah. What happened to them?
I mean, their defense just couldn't get any pressure on Payton.
No, they couldn't.
And that's what gave him all that time.
To work his magic, exactly.
To sit back there and dissect the defense. They sacked Dalton 4 times, but it wasn't enough.
No.
And their running game was non-existent.
Yeah, that's the thing.
They just couldn't establish anything consistently.
And when you can't run the ball, it makes everything so much harder.
It puts so much pressure on the quarterback.
And I think you saw that with Andy Dalton.
Oh, yeah, he struggled.
He just never really got into any kind of rhythm.
No, he was constantly under duress.
And then I think one of the big turning points in this game came early in the second quarter.
When the Broncos were already up?
Yeah, they were already up 14-0.
Right.
And then they pull off this trick play, this flea flicker.
Oh, that was beautiful.
That goes for a huge gain.
Yeah, it was like a 40-yard gain or something.
And it just completely deflated the Panthers.
It took the wind out of their sails.
You could just see it in their body language.
They never recovered.
They kind of gave up.
Yeah, and the Broncos defense really tightened up in the second half, too.
Yeah, they were swarming to the ball.
They were making tackles, reading the plays.
It was impressive.
It really was.
All right, so big win for the Broncos.
Huge win.
Puts them right back in the AFC West race.
Makes them a contender for sure.
They've got a tough schedule ahead.
They do, but with Payton at the helm,
anything is possible.
You can't count them out.
And for the Panthers,
yeah,
this is a tough loss, obviously.
It is, but they had a slow start last year, too.
That's true.
And they made a late playoff push.
So it's not over for them.
No, not at all.
But they're definitely going to need to make some adjustments.
They're going to have to figure out that offensive line.
That's the key.
And they're going to need more consistent quarterback play.
If they can do those two things.
They still have a chance.
Absolutely.
But it's going to be an uphill battle.
So there you have it. Our deep dive into the Broncos' big win over the Panthers.
Broncos looking good.
Yeah, they are a team to watch, that's for sure.
I think so.
But what about the Panthers? What do you think? What adjustments do they need to make to turn their season around?
That's a good question.
I guess we'll have to wait and see.
We'll be watching.
All right, that's all the time we have for today.
Thanks for listening.
We'll be back next week with another deep dive.
See you then.
So until then, keep those helmets shiny and those cleats clean.
And your spirits high.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.